Hey there, everybody. I'm Joey. So today I'm going to introduce myself and show off how I make money in EvE. I'm going to make videos for this, so I figured why not start out by introducing myself and what I do to get started anyway. How I got to where I'm at currently and what I'm planning on doing in the future. And for the most part, how I got to where I'm at, I've been here for about 2.5-ish months about playing this game. I started out by getting a 21-day free trial, and I learned a bunch of stuff about the game in that time, which made me want to buy it, and of course, that's how I got started. And I did the trainers. I did not do all of them. I didn't do the military, because I wasn't interested at the time, which I should have gone back and done them anyway, because it's free ships, and it's free training books, and it's free equipment, but I wasn't really interested. I was more of a diver. I like to jump feet first in and go running and just figure it out as I go. So what I ended up doing is I started out with the mining and got my mining tutorials and got my first venture, which I fitted up with some Tech 2 stuff and some upgrades, and I went into belts and I mined. I did this while I was watching videos on YouTube and watching streams on Twitch to basically learn the basic fundamentals of the game and understand what happens and why and how to defend yourself in low sec and high sec, and well, not really in high sec. If you get ganked in high sec, you're kind of dead. Concord can save you maybe. You might be able to live, but for the most part you're probably dead. Anyway, and low sec and null sec and wormhole space, what all those things were, and I didn't really understand for a while. I mean, I mainly learned most of my hard lessons the hard way and died, but I really enjoyed going into low sec and just starting, because you make a lot more money, but there's a lot more risk, but the risk is kind of a thrill for me in the game, because if you're gonna go out and do something, you might as well have effort involved. And I found that the money I can make in nullsec is amazing, especially since the ore you go lower and lower, the better the ore is. Now, mining can make you decent money in a passive sense. It gives you a continuous flow, which is awesome, because no matter what, if you're mining, you're making money. You're making decent money at a constant rate, based on market, if you're keeping in track of the market and what's best to mine at the time. Which for the most part apparently is massive scordite, which you can find almost anywhere. Well, at least at the time when I was mining. I'm not mining currently, not that often. I do it every once in a while, but only when I'm like eating. Let's see here. After that I moved on to exploration, and I got my first probe, and I did the exploration missions to get my probe, and then I lost my probe, and then I lost my probe again. And then I found this fitting, which is my surviving fitting. So I go into low sec, I go down all the way to 0.1. I don't go into null sec that often because I can't handle the rats that appear, and also there's a lot more covert ops ships in there that I can't handle yet, based on the fact that I can't even fly one. So this is my fitting for my exploration ship, which I make the most money on, in my opinion. I mean, you can make great hauls. You can make really bad hauls, too. Don't get me wrong. Exploration's a gamble. You go around and if you're doing what I'm doing, for example, you find relic and data sites. And those are your two sites you want to aim for. Data sites above all else, because data sites have the best stuff. You can get one node that is worth 1 million. One item in the data sites that's worth 1 million ISK, and it's phenomenal. You can go out and make 10 million in an hour. Other days you can go out and make 500,000 in 2 and make no money. But exploration, in my opinion, makes you great money. You have that chance of not really making anything, but you have a great chance of making a lot. And I've made the most of my money from exploring. I think I made 50 mil in like 2 days once, because I just ran around and explored. Now, I'll explain this fitting that I do. It's probably not the best fitting, but for right now, based on what I've experienced, it's the best that I can do. 2 warp core stabilizers make it so they make it so I have to really take forever. I have to get really up close to things just to lock them down, but I'm not trying to fight, so that's okay. In addition, these make it so that if somebody is trying to gank me, they have to have 2 points on, well, they have to have 3 points on me total, to keep me here. I can warp away if they don't have 3. In addition to this, that's actually their only purpose. I can warp still, unless they have more points than 2. Because these counteract that. In addition, I have my damage control device, which is here in case I do get pointed too far. In which case I use my afterburner, which will hopefully burn me away fast enough to get away from them. In addition to that, I have my drones. I have 3 drones in this thing, because it can only account for 3, which they're only Acolyte ones, because once again, its job is not to fight, its job is to run. And that's its only purpose. So this is hopefully, with 3 Acolytes and a Light Scout 200mm autocannon, hopefully it's enough damage to either make them want to leave, or think I'm wanting to fight them, and then they'll go the other way while I'm burning away from them. And then I can warp away when I get away from their points. This is not always the case, but it's the idea. And I have my core launcher, because you need that for scouting. I have a salvager on here in case for some reason I run into rats. I think they're only in low sec if you fail at hacking, or in null sec if you fail at hacking, and in wormhole space, because wormhole space always has sleepers. But I've never used it, but it's there just in case I need it. Because I had a high slot and I figured why not use it. It would probably be better if I threw 2 missile launchers in here instead of having a salvager, and maybe threw a salvager drone into my bay, because I have that skill. It would probably be a better investment, but for right now, well, I'm probably actually going to end up doing that. I have missile launchers, I could do that. And it would be a better survival. But anyway, the point is, even if with missiles that would make more sense, I should probably do that. Just because if I do missiles, I could burn away while shooting missiles behind me, so he'd be running into my missiles while I'm running away from him. And if he's shooting missiles at me, then I'm running away from his missiles while he's running into my missiles, so it's tricky. Anyway, I have my relics site analyzer, and then my data hacking unit for the data sites. And then I have a cargo scanner, which you use these to scan the hacking sites and the relic sites, because you can see what's inside them, and then basically know what cans to go for when they splatter out, and you have to kind of guess which ones to go for. At the beginning, I just randomly went and grabbed everything, and then I realized you can make more money if you know what's in the cans ahead of time. And what I mean by that is you're not going to see everything that's in the cans with this scanner. I'm actually not sure if this one was better than the other ones. It was the cheapest on the market, so I grabbed it. But you scan them, and then if you see that there is a blueprint, then you get the data cans. If there is no blueprint, you do not get the data cans. Or maybe there's a skill book in there that you don't have, then you can grab the data cans if you think the skill is worth it. You never know. But, I mean, other than that, then you just go for material and part cans, because those will have basically the money-making things. Scrap cans don't have anything worthwhile from what I've seen. And that is basically this fitting. I mean, then you got my rigs. These just make scanning better. So, that's their purpose. Okay, after that, I wanted to actually blow stuff up. Because I got blown up 3 times, I wanted to blow something up. So I started fighting NPCs with my first ever combat ship, which I had to buy because I didn't do the missions, which I recommend doing all of the missions to get all of the free stuff. My Rifter. I trained this thing to be super fast, super agile, and blow stuff up. So he has a web of fire to slow down enemy targets that are running from him. He has an afterburner to chase them down. He has a shield booster too, if things get really hairy and I need to boost my shields up. I can't keep everything running very long, so it's basically, this is, if I need this, I'm in trouble. I've got a nanofiber, which took away from my structure but gave me additional speed. Again, I was aiming for speed. And then I've got a processor to make me able to sustain most of my stuff, because I was running low on CPU. I have my damage control unit for when I get hit, because, hey, I get hit. Most of the damage I I dodge, especially if they're rockets or missiles, because I move pretty fast. Most of the time I can outrun them, hopefully. from what I've seen. And I've got a collision accelerator and a burst radar. Basically, they increase the damage that my turrets do, and I believe it's the range. I think that's what that is. It's either that or they increase the amount of shots I do. I've got 3 turrets, 3 autocannons for firing, and then I've got a salvager for when I pick up the wrecks, because this was meant to run into belts and kill things in the belts. That was pretty much his sole purpose in life, because I don't like doing missions. I mean, you can make great money doing missions, but I don't like them. So, after that, I wanted to blow up bigger targets because I was going after clone soldiers and trying to fight them off. So I got a Thrasher. This guy went out and his job was to go kill clone soldiers, and he did a pretty decent job of it. I mean, if you get right up close to him, the clone soldiers can't kill you. It's just a matter of, can you deal enough damage to kill them? And he did a decent job of that. I threw a missile launcher on him because I had the experience of fighting a clone soldier and then having other ships around me, so the missile launcher will blow those other ships up while I'm circling the clone soldier and firing all my autocannons at him. He has a pointer to point things that came at me, because I had other players that were coming in, and I figured, well, if maybe I can beat the things that come in at me, I can point them. That doesn't make sense, because if they're coming in to fight me, they probably know that they can kill me. But I have it anyway, just in case. Let's see. After that, I wanted to get into missiles and ganking. So I learned how to fly my Breacher. This guy is my little combat ship. So currently I use him to hunt down other ships, other like pirate, not like players, but other NPCs, and I barrage them down. I haven't actually done any PvP aside from me dying, and by dying I mean completely getting ganked hardcore and trying to run away as fast as I can and not succeeding. I've lost 3 ships in my career so far of EvE, which is not too bad. Actually, I think I lost 4, but one of them's not on my kill board. Anyway, so I have a pointer on him because he's gonna end up. I'm going to go hunting at some point and try to blow up a player for the first time. So he has a pointer for that. Then he has a web of fire to hold things down, so I can keep them at my range, so I can rocket them. Or if they're running towards me, I can rocket them while I'm running, or I can chase them while they're trying to keep me away. I also have a parallel weapon navigation transmitter, which increases their signature. From what I understand, increasing their signature means that your missiles will hit harder because they're a bigger target, or they act as a bigger target. I'm not positive how that works, but I'm thinking that's how that works. I also have another nanofiber structure. This is to increase my speed because a breacher can't take many hits, so I was trying to keep myself out of range or chasing things down. I have my damage control unit because it's never a bad thing to have, and then again a CPU enhancer because I wanted to keep up all my power. I need to get some weapon rigs, that would be good, and I probably could get another point booster in here. Either that or I could throw a shield in, but I haven't decided on that one. I mean, it might be worthwhile to go micro warp drive and actually throw one in there, but I haven't quite decided. I mean, a micro warp drive could get me out of trouble if I got into it. I haven't trained up to that point yet. I've only got afterburners, but it would probably be an investment that would be helpful. Let's see here. After that, I wanted to fight bigger combat sites. I see so many combat sites and exploration sites that are just available, and no one's dealing with them in my sector. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go and fight them. So I got a Rupture, which was my first cruiser, and is only my first cruiser. I haven't actually used him that much. And he was my first experience with tanking, and I used armor tanking with this guy. So he works alright. I don't fully understand armor tanking still, but he does a pretty decent job. He's got 2 hull repairs, because hull repairing takes an eternity. Then he's got a armor repair, because, well, he's an armor tank. And he's got a resistance to each type of damage on him that I can activate. In addition to this, he has, once again, the cannons to deal more damage with turrets, and he has auto cannons. I think these are the medium ones. Yeah, medium scout auto cannons. so they deal a lot of damage. Alright, let's see, and I got a salvager, so I can salvage the wrecks that I get. I also have trained up 2 battle cruisers, so if I want to, I can fly this Hurricane that I have sitting right here. However, I have lost interest in big ships because they take so much damage, and I like things that are fast, and these things are slow. So I'm not sure if I'm going to ever use this thing. I'm going to hold on to it because I might. You never know. I might end up going down the mission route, and I've seen that Hurricanes are apparently pretty good at doing level 4 missions, or level 3 at least. So I'm going to hold on to it. I mean, I have everything I need to fit it up for, once again, armor tanking, or maybe shield tanking. Probably armor tanking, though. And then artillery cannons to fight off things. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to mention on my mining trips that I got a retriever. This is a good investment. If you like mining, then this is a great investment to get, because especially if you're doing solo mining, it has the biggest ore hold that you can get early on, and it doesn't take too long to get here, if I believe. I believe it took me like about a week to get here, if that. And it was totally worthwhile. And while you're doing it, you have to get venture training, so your venture will become better and better and better as you're going. So they work together towards getting there. And let's see. Ah, yes. If you are living in low-sec, you're not going to be near your trade hub, most likely. In that case, you'll probably want to get an industrial ship. This is Big Bertha, my industrial ship. It's not the best at getting away from fighting, so I kind of cross my fingers and hope I make it. But it can hold a lot, so that's its point. I'm working my way towards a freighter, because I would love to make everything in one trip, because I'm lazy. And well, who doesn't like to watch their wallet just explode in ISK? It's a great feeling, watching all your money just fly up. All of a sudden you have $1 billion. I've never had that experience, but that would be cool. Anyway, so that is how I make my money. I did mining at the beginning, and then I did exploration to make some cash, and I, every once in a while, go blow things up if I get bored. That's, before I forget, a great thing to do on the way is to train up and get planetary interaction. These guys are amazing. If you guys want me to do a video on how to planetary how it works, I can do that because I'm planning on going up. I'm actually training currently. Planetary interaction. I'm getting my level 4 currently. Well, I will be after I get a barrage. I don't want to do this. Remove this. Remove that and apply. I don't need to do more mining. Interplanetary consolidation. That. I'm doing that currently because it'll give me another planet. I'll be able to do, I believe it's 4 planets? I think I can do 3 right now, and this will give me a 4th one, which will in turn make it so I can produce, I think I wanted to do POS fuels, which could be, they make a pretty good profit. I haven't decided yet, but if you want me to make a video on it, I will do it while I'm crafting what I want to make, and then you guys can watch me do that. Let's see here. Anyway, I'll explain why PA is good. PI is a way of making extra ISK on the side, regardless of what you're doing at the time. All you have to do is set it up, visit it every once in a while, turn it on, like, because it's something you activate for a set amount of time. It's like training. You set up a training queue, and you visit it every once in a while to keep it going. You do the same thing with planetary action. You set it up, and then you visit it every once in a while to keep it going, and to pick up the loot that it gets. Now, it's worthwhile because it's free ISK. That's how I saw it. It's free ISK. It's generating ISK all the time, whether you're offline or whether you're doing other things. So it's worthwhile. It's kind of like moon mining, from what I understand. I've never explored that option, but I would love to at some point. Anyway, more money is more money. Now then, I have explored everything I believe I'm doing currently to make money, other than refining, which is down the mining route. You refine ore, you can then sell the materials that ore makes for more ISK. Anyway, that's the general idea, and I plan on doing exploration videos probably, I might do a mining video if I go into nullsec. You never know. Could be exciting, could not. I also will probably do my first ever PvP run to try and go kill something on my own. I've never done it, so it might be hilarious to watch me die. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.